Welcome back to another episode of the Cast Patrol podcast. You're joined as always by myself, Mick, Jimmy, and Age. Fresh off a relatively big weekend at NRL's Magic Round. As you can tell by the sound of my voice, I sound a bit clogged up, a bit sick. How about you boys?
Yeah, no good. It was a long weekend. By that Monday, it was tough.
Yeah, it's the same story every year. It's a tragic round. It's not magical, but in all fairness, it was probably one of the best weekends.
It was a great weekend
since last Magic Round.
Yeah. It was probably one of our better Magic Rounds, to be fair. Like, apart from the rain on the Saturday and South losing by almost 30 points, it was a great weekend.
I think it was the first year that we actually watched every game.
Yeah,
every single game. I thought Tigers Dragons, I was going to leave and go clubbing at 7.
Yeah.
And then we even watched that one. And it turned out to be a good game in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully. But let's talk about some of the key points of Magic Round before we get into the show. I want to nominate for man of the match. There's 3 options.
Yeah.
First option, the Ripper Rolls at KFC.
KFC.
Red Rooster, mate.
Red Rooster.
That's how I smashed you
The
up
Rooter.
for Magic Round.
Red Rooter.
Red Rooster Ripper Rolls. They were so
Red
good.
Rooster Ripper Rolls. Like, honestly,
how many do you reckon you had on the trip?
I think I had 4.
I probably had 6.
Yeah, I consumed probably close to 10.
10?
I had so many.
That's an average of 3.5 a day or something. 3.3 a day.
Yeah, it's not far off.
That's crazy.
It's not far
Honestly,
off. I love those Ripper rolls.
to be fair, I saw you get a few of them. You were up and down. Second option is Cody Farrell. If you don't know who Cody Farrell is, he resulted in one of the biggest fails posted on our pages. He tried to start a Mexican wave in our aisle.
Multiple times. Like at least 10.
And we filmed it on one of them, and that led to 2.1 million views on TikTok.
He's going nuts.
Yeah.
Tommy Jenkins.
If he's not man of the match, he's definitely cast character of the week.
Yeah.
Because that was embarrassing.
And my third is Brisbane hosting Magic Round. That's my third.
Brisbane do
well.
get Magic Round, don't
Like,
they?
I think
it's
was
literally Vegas, but a mini Vegas, like Brisbane. Vegas.
We went to Caxton more times this trip than we normally have.
Yeah.
And like, I get the hype. Like, I always got it, but now I get it 100%.
Yeah.
Just in terms of like, we're in the haunt room at the Caxton, and there were plenty of podcasters and plenty of VIPs, and you're like,
And then Fortitude
they
Valley,
get it.
there's so many clubs there.
Yeah.
So many other things that we won't disclose, but it's just
It
great.
didn't help that we were so close, that we stayed so close.
We literally stayed
to
1 minute from Fortitude Valley. So, yeah, it's a crazy city.
It's good fun, though.
There's a lot of scat
And it
people
helped
there.
having the public holiday on the Sunday. Oh, the Monday.
The Queensland public holiday, Labor Day. So,
So your vote for man of the match, just before we quickly move on?
Mate, Ripper Roll was unbelievable.
I'm going to go Cody Farrell.
Yeah,
Because we spent so much time and money to produce these vlogs every day, and they got like 1,000 views each. We
Yeah.
post this guy for 10 seconds failing to
He
do a
did
Mexican
well.
wave. It's hit 2.1 million views on
yeah,
TikTok
He
alone.
He paid for the flights of the trip.
He
So,
did.
well
So,
done.
I think I'm going to go Cody.
Yep.
Are we going Cody?
I'm
It's
going
2v1.
Cody.
Congratulations,
still
Cody.
well done,
The
Cody.
Bruder.
Well done.
Red Rooter.
Merch
The Mexican fail.
merch coming your way. So
We'll give
Brisbane,
him a free hat.
Brisbane as a city gets it,
Yeah.
but Queensland as a state doesn't get Magic Round.
No, Queensland in the bin. All 5 Queensland teams, including the Women's Origin, lost
No good.
on Magic Round.
Yeah, that's not good.
How can you host an event like this with 9 games of footy
Yeah.
and you don't win one of them out of
Not
5
one.
teams?
So
Best chance was probably Brisbane.
yeah, that was. Oh wait,
Well, in
who was
the-
the closest?
in the end, it
well,
wasn't.
Cows.
No, but as in before.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
they were
before.
favourites.
Yeah.
So
Cows
so-
are also favourites.
So collectively, they
all
scored
chokers.
90 points over the
Yeah.
5 games, and they conceded 168. So they lost by 78 points over 5 games.
Yeah,
Not good.
not good. So yeah, what do you have to say about that, Jim? Queensland are done for the year? Do we just write them off?
No,
New South Wales whitewash in the
We'll give
NRL,
we'll give you guys a win, and then come Origin time, get one back.
like men's Origin.
Yeah.
Sorry, before we go on with the rest of the podcast, Age, it occurred to me you're in a Raiders jersey.
Yeah, it took you what 5 minutes to
It did,
notice,
actually.
but
Because I thought it was South, and I looked close. I'm like, you're in a
mate,
Raiders
it's
jersey.
the Raiders Hulk jersey. Up the fucking milk. How the fuck are they second with that team, the youngest team in the NRL on average? Ricky's doing a great job. Everyone's punching above their weight
Fuck,
there.
they're a good team.
And I'm now on the milk train.
Mate, Tamale, my new favourite player.
The thoroughbred. They call him the thoroughbred.
He's good,
He's
Tamale.
an absolute
my
specimen.
new
Are
favourite player.
Raiders
Yeah.
premiership contenders after beating the Storm? Like, I know we said it week after week, and we're like, oh, yeah, maybe they're top
Mate,
4
you
and
can't
about.
say no.
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can. Like, they're coming second. They're winning all these tough games. It's
Yeah.
hard to play in Canberra. I know the final series when it gets to the grand finals, not in Canberra, but
Yeah.
I think the way they're going, if they finish top 4, anything's possible.
I'll say this for the Raiders, they have to stop starting slow. Like last 3 weeks,
Yeah.
they've let their teams get out and then come over the top. But come finals, like, can't be doing
Yeah,
that.
100%. But like, it is a positive sign that they can leak these points and then change the momentum
Yeah.
of the game and come back and
For
get a
sure.
win. So
Never
yeah,
give up.
100%. But you do hope they start fast, especially against the Doggies, who are another team obviously leading the ladder. It's going to be game of the round.
Mate, that is the game of the round.
yeah, can't wait.
In other news, Dom Young free to leave the Roosters. I mean, it's a bit of a shock. He signed with them in 2022 for
Decent money.
for the decent money.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, he scored 20 tries in 22 games last year for the Roosters. But just, I think his defense is probably the question.
I think it's his defense has probably let him down. Like, if you're talking try scoring wingers, he's probably up there. Good finisher, good speed. He can, break the game open. But yeah, I think defensively, he's probably leaked a fair few points.
I think it's his decision making, when to jam, what man to
Yeah.
take. Obviously, defense is a key issue, and then also another pet ick is when he runs sideways out of his own end. Like,
Yeah.
I think if you're a Roosters fan, whoever team he goes to, you want him to just pin the ears back. He's a big body. He can make his 8 to 10
Yeah,
meters
he
if
can.
he just went hard and straight.
See, the thing is, right, like, all he has to do is fix that little defensive side, and he's
Yeah.
back to being a world-class
Yeah,
winger.
we know how fast he is. He's
So-
one of the fastest in the games, and he can finish tries.
But I think at the moment, he probably can't crack that Roosters side.
No. Because right now they're saying, do we want to let 2 in to him to score 1?
Yeah.
It's probably like it's
But,
safe.
like, you
And the
got
way Marky's going,
Marky Mark's in great form. Toyer and Smith, they are in good
and
form. in the
Tupou
centres.
safe as they get. So
Safe as house. As
Well,
well.
Yeah, unless there's
Tupou,
an
so they were
injury.
shopping Tupou around, but then they sort of flipped the switch and go, you know what? We'll keep Tupou. Because at the end of the day, Tupou's probably never let him down.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
he's
such a
just such a
professional.
good winger.
Yeah,
So
he is.
it's safe to say that Dom Young might not play in the Roosters jersey again.
he might
He's-
play in the red and white again. No, red, white, and blue again.
Yeah.
I reckon Knights maybe.
Yeah.
They could go back to Newey.
Depends on the salary.
What other
Who-
club do you see pinching Dom Young?
I was about to say, it depends on the salary. If like he's on
yeah.
500K a year or whatever it is, 400K, it's a lot for a winger.
Like, who needs a winger? I'm sure there's teams that will need a winger, and you get world class winger like Dom Young.
Yeah.
You snap him up.
Depends if you've budgeted for a
Yeah.
500K winger at this point in the season, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tigers don't need a winger.
No, they got
Taruva,
Taruva, they got
Skelton's there.
Skelton, Staines,
Yeah.
the backup.
Yeah.
South maybe with all the injuries. Like,
South
AJ's
could
out
use him.
every week. Munro's still injured.
Yeah.
We got Tass and Bentley Harper on the wings at the moment. So I just don't think we can afford him, to be honest.
Not many can. But
yeah, it
whoever
will be
gets him,
interesting.
great get.
Yeah, if they can turn that defensive side around, then
Yeah.
could get him for a bargain.
Jim, your Cowboys too little too late for him. I mean, we touched on it. It could be a danger game against the
Yeah.
Wires. I said Wires at Magic Ground, it's like playing at home, and it sounded like it after they won.
Yeah.
But what do you think about their first half?
Yeah, I think similar to the Raiders. I think we start so slow. Like saw that against Titans. Lucky enough, Titans stopped playing footy in that second half, and we ran over the top. But yeah, with the Wires, that intercept just before halftime, that Cliffo through,
Absolute coach killer. Nightmare.
like that was it 22-10?
Yeah.
Or
and then
22-12
you
at
guys
that
conceded
point.
28 points in one half.
Yeah.
With 3 tries to make up.
Yeah,
And you nearly did, to your credit. You
were
said at
coming
half
back.
time, you're like, bro, we're going to come back. I can
We're gonna
feel
come
it.
back
I'm just
with
like,
30 to
Jim,
28.
shut up. There's like no chance. You're
yeah, I
fucked.
know.
Like the way the Wires were playing, and then you guys turned it on.
Hmm.
Your attack looked good. Left edge was humming again.
No, left edge's been good, but yeah, it's just those sort of defensive
It was
lapses.
weird. As soon as you came between 2 points or 4 points, whatever it was at the end there,
Couldn't crack it.
you couldn't crack it. And it was
Yeah.
just, you had set after
I
set.
think you got to credit the Warriors' defense. They were absolutely gassed, and
On
they
their
were
line,
they were
yeah.
gutsy, showing up every
They
play,
were.
and they just hanged on. So respect to them, and congrats to everyone who travelled from New Zealand
So
to
many
go watch
Wires
that.
fans out, eh?
But yeah, heaps of mana waves going on. Mick, do you want
mate.
to show us your mana wave that you learnt?
Bah.
Yeah, there's my one. A little
Well
wrist
done.
flick.
yeah.
That's good. And final talking point for Magic Round for me is Panthers bouncing back into form. I mean, it's almost like a broken clock's right twice a day sort of thing, where every week we said,
Every week we
this
said
is
it.
the week they're back. This week they're back. They finally beat Broncos. Pretty convincing win.
Yeah.
Nathan Cleary masterclass game, just proving why he's the best halfback in the comp, if not the best player.
And I
in the
feel
comp.
like it's timely when everyone's saying, he's probably not going to play Origin. His form's down. Panthers are last. Cleary goes, okay, here we go. I'm going to turn it on now.
I think it was in like that first half. He put a shot on, I think, on
yeah,
someone.
he put a shot on.
And then was like,
He also got absolutely whacked. Hospital pass.
Yeah, he did get
drilled.
Yeah.
And I think that set after just nailed a 40-20.
Yeah.
And I love, he's just so smart. The way he shaped the ball slightly to the right.
Yeah,
We saw in the slow-mo. We're like, bro, this guy's a genius. And as he kicked it, obviously when it bounced, it just skidded right. Like,
he scored that-
little shit like that.
Scored that try.
Yep, same
like
as the 2023
Pretty much the
GF.
grand final.
Reno
Left
missed him
footstep.
again.
Yeah.
Reno did have a shocker, to be fair.
Yeah.
One he has to forget.
Like 2 weeks ago, he had on a string. Last
Yeah.
week,
And then, yeah.
It happens.
But
It
I feel like
happens.
with the Panthers, they're one team that every other club does not want them to make
No.
the finals because we
they
saw
get there-
they on their day they can beat absolutely anyone.
yeah.
Well, it's a momentum builder with like Tyler returning this week.
Yeah.
Who knows? Could
But
probably
then
spark
Origin
a
might
run.
derail them
It's the
again.
only
You know?
thing.
Also, shout out to Patea. Saw him warming
Yeah.
up on the sideline.
Bro, I tell you what,
Mate.
the cast character besides that Cody Farrell bloke is Casey McLean.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
He got dropped. He was 18th man, and he had to carry the pads. And Patea was absolutely feeding him on the sidelines.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
full
really?
charging
Imagine
at
getting
him.
dropped and you're 18th man. You just have to run the pads into Patea, and he
Yeah.
was just whacking
Going.
him every time, like sending him
And we were
5
like,
meters back.
he's due here for a try.
I was
and he
trying to. I
scores.
wanted to live bet him to score.
Yeah,
and he
full
scored
score.
that try. I was like, could not believe it. So
He's a good young
up
kid.
and comer. Yeah, mini Leota.
Good player.
This Saturday, we're on the Dabble live stream again.
back.
Just to remind everyone what a Dabble live stream is, Age, what do we do on the stream?
Well, Dabble is a betting app.
Yeah.
And that
Good
is the
start.
one we use. That is where we put our tips.
Yep.
It's also a nice place to watch some streams. So we do the Saturday live streams, watching the horse
Giveaways.
races, giveaways,
Yep.
cash money, and obviously NRL tips is on Dabble as well. And we've
good
been
fun.
good.
Been good.
Even the Shah Tin multi, the races.
Shots in, mate.
Mate.
Happy hunting ground.
We love Shah Tin. So
Yeah,
all the multis and bets are on Dabble.
Yeah.
Remember, what's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
Yes, and if you did want to sign up, links in bio, and the code is Cast Patrol to get in the action. Okay, let's do it. Round 10 preview.
Yeah.
Magic round's done. We're all a bit rusty, but there's another 8 games coming up. So
Comes around quick.
it just rolls into it.
Yeah.
So we got to go over them. Starting us off on the Thursday, Eels $1.80, Dolphins $2. This is probably one of the toughest of the round to pick.
This could go either way.
Both teams have won a game each against each other. There's
Yeah.
been 2 games in history, so no stats to go off there. What are we? Both coming off losses.
Yeah.
Both have shown glimpses throughout the year. Obviously, Eels when Moses was back. Dolphins had that little run for a bit. They won a few in a row,
Yeah.
beating Storm.
Para
What do we
were,
think?
they were good in patches, I thought, against Cronulla, Parramatta.
A lot of errors, though.
A lot of errors. Similarly, Dolphins against the Roosters were really poor in that first half.
Yeah.
Like there was that point where Roosters just ran away with it, but then Dolphins came back and lost by 10 points. So
Yeah.
it's that sort of second half defensive lapse that,
And they did it to the Raiders the week before.
yeah, exactly. So they've got some issues there, the Dolphins, but yeah, this game can go either way. I'm probably leaning towards Para at home. But yeah, honestly, I'm not confident.
I think it's tough to pick. I don't like what I'm seeing. Like, I know they had that big win, the Eels, when everyone's like, oh, they're probably back, but then probably sink back to reality against the Sharks, probably show me that they don't have the X factor that you think they have,
Yeah.
unless Moses turns it up and has a masterclass.
I think their forwards are really letting them down.
Yeah, there's just not enough go forward there.
Yeah, like even the edges, now they're transitioning Sam Riney into a second rower. They're obviously lacking a few edges, and their middles aren't standing up either.
Well, even
So-
someone like Hopgood, right, who was their best forward week in, week out for the
He's
last
been out
2
of form.
seasons. Out of form.
Something's wrong. I think that injury he had
That back
last
injury,
year is
yeah.
still lingering because he hasn't been the same. I back him to get back there, but at the moment it's just not
He's an
working.
origin
And then
player, Hopgood.
he is. Then you got Riley Smith, young hooker as well. So
There's a bit to do. The thing I like about the Dolphins is that the points are there. It's just those little lapses in defense that really separate them from the top 8 to where they are. Like, they've had a few games this year, like, you can probably count them. They lost to South, they've lost to Raiders, where they were just in it. And then they just let it go at the wrong times. And they still got players like Katoa and Herbie who are just X factor galore.
Yeah, they're in good form.
yeah, I think this is a really tough one, but I do like patches of what I'm seeing for the Dolphins.
Yep.
and they've showed me more than the Eels have. Besides that one game against Tigers where Moses played 11 out of 10. You know, he's going to have to play. He's going to have to play 9, 10, 11.
And I think they've missed Lomax.
They have. Is he back?
No, he's not.
He's still not back.
Still not back.
Well, Dolphins got to win this one because their next 2 games is real tough. They got Waz and into the Bulldogs. So I'm tipping Dolphins in a close one.
Fins up, going Dolphins.
Going Parramatta.
Nice. Okay, next game. Newcastle Knights finally broke the hoodoo. Finally can score points. And, of course, South's put them back into form.
Yep.
They're $1.52 to beat Titans, $2.50. Some news. Knights obviously stay 1-17. Jaden Campbell's back in the halves. Still no sign of
That
Fafita.
is huge.
Yeah.
They need Campbell.
And especially losing Weaver early to a concussion.
Oh, mate.
They just needed someone to steer the ship.
Yeah. So I think that helps for the Titans. Jojo Fafita's back on the wing. David Fafita's stuff coming out now that wanted to play left edge. Des told him to get fucked.
We said if you want to play left edge, play left edge in Q Cup.
That's
brutal.
It just doesn't sound like that big of a reason to drop your marquee player. Like it's tough.
And then there's rumours there's an ankle injury now for Fafita. So
There's something
I reckon
going on.
there's that. There's obviously personal issues going on. There's more
There's
to
something
it.
going on.
You can't just drop Fafita because he wasn't in the best
But,
form,
like,
wasn't in the worst. He was just there.
Like, do you not just cop and play right edge? Or do you...
That's why I think there's more to it. Like he's not just going to go
Surely
play.
he's not kicking up a stink just because he's on the right edge. Like, is it
wants to
that
play
much
left.
of a difference?
I don't know. Wants to play left edge. Des told him to get
It's-
fucked.
Yeah, but he wasn't starting half the year
I
anyway.
don't know.
So it just doesn't make sense. That's not adding up. But regardless, Knights are winning and they're going to win well. I
Yeah.
think this is a game where it could get ugly for Titans.
Yeah.
They didn't show me anything good last week. 2 sin bins, lack of discipline, just
just the
absolute
same
coach
old-
killers.
same
Des
old
has a good
Titans.
set of hair, but that's going to fall out in another year.
I don't know
or
how
two.
he still got it.
Honestly,
it's just
don't
the
know.
same story with Titans every you look at their roster, you go, holy shit, this is a team that can push for the 8.
Yeah.
And then quickly you start to see they can't defend. Every single year. I'll give him credit. If Brian Kelly actually kicked his goals against the Dogs, it was a much closer
A
game.
bit closer, but yeah.
Like a lot, like he missed 4 or something like that. It was
Yeah.
Just
pretty
like
bad.
little shit like Brian Kelly, the second time, well, they penalised him for breaking the scrum early, and then he bolts 5 meters too early. Like, come on. You know that everyone knows an automatic sin bin. I've never seen that ever happen.
Yeah.
Like, dumb shit like that where Des Hasler's like, what is going on, boys? Like, he can't control that.
No, you can't.
So I do feel bad for Titans fans, but I don't think he'll turn around this week.
Knights, obviously, like you said, you say bounced back into form. Thanks to the South. It's good to see him score some points. Left edge was humming. Fletcher Sharp.
Yeah.
Ponga.
On his 21st birthday, scored a Hattie. Fair play to him.
Omen that.
Yeah, he looked good. And Knights have won 5 of their last 7 against Titans. So
Yeah, I think Knights win well.
yeah, I'll
like
be
you said.
going
Knights
Knights.
should probably win this. Only saving grace for Titans that helps them is Jaden Campbell's back. Like he's obviously a big part in their go forward and
He's their
sort
goal
of-
kicker. He's their
their
in-play
creativity.
kicker.
Like it
Yeah.
helps, but after watching him live and seeing it, the carnage in person, it was way worse. Than
I tell you, I feel bad for Des. I feel bad for the fans, but I feel bad for Tino. He's trying his fucking ass out there,
He
and
is
there's
trying.
just so many things that would just be killing him.
To be fair, I actually think there's a lot of them that are trying. It's just they're either not working together or doing simple things wrong. Like Khan Pereira,
Some of those
letting
tries
in,
were so
that
soft.
try he
Yeah.
let it on Kiraz, like
Where he just
Kiraz
went in.
tiptoed on the wing,
Yeah.
like, and just walked through.
And there was one when they kicked it and he didn't contest for it and sort
And
of
then
waited
Kiraz
for
just
it,
jumped up
waited
over
and
him.
just offloaded. It was like,
Like, that's what, it's not one of. It's like there's just a few of them that are just not letting the team down.
But hey,
That's all.
Knights haven't been amazing this year.
They
So
have
No.
if they
But-
can win, it could be this week. but I
Before
just
South,
don't
they
wanna-
couldn't score points. So
Yeah.
who knows?
I think we played him back into form though.
Yeah.
And Ponga wants to play good before Origin. The little stat he scored 5 in his last 5 versus Titans as well. So
there you go.
I think just everything leans towards
Back to
Knights,
form.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, another one that's not going to be too pretty. Rabbitohs 360 taking on Broncos $1.27 and ready to bounce back after getting flogged by the
You
Panthers.
guys get some good troops back though.
We do.
Humphries
Yeah.
and Trell's massive.
Oh, massive.
Our hottest
huge.
and then our best player.
Like, to be fair, we won 2 in a row. We beat Panthers and Roosters. Jamie gets injured against the Roosters, and since then we lost 4. So, like, any team losing their halfbacks is going to struggle. I like the pack rotation for this game. Like, the fact that obviously Wayne or whoever's in the coaching staff's probably identified that we need to stop this Brisbane forward pack because it's
Hassan Carrigan.
Hassan
is a 1-2
Carrigan.
punch.
Yeah.
Oh, like they could be the best 2 front rowers combination ever.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They're just doing ridiculous things. So I like the fact that we've gone, you know what, Jai, Keon, you're the props, your experience, bigger bodies, take
Yeah.
it.
I don't care that Keon's lost so much weight. Like, he's better in the middle. I know he's deadly on the edge, but he just needs to be doing work. And we showed him it was locked last year.
And then like you and Tallis and Hubner, just 3 dogs that just will fucking go all day.
Hubner's good.
So that helps. It helps a lot.
Tell you
And
what I'm
then
also loving in defense, LeBlanc.
He's
he
very
can
good.
chop.
He can put a hit on.
Yeah, he absolutely
LeBlanc's
cuts people like Jake Travojevich's technique.
Yeah.
like Broncos, as well. They're almost like a roller coaster this year where
One
week I look at them and I go, you know what, this is it. They're going to sail into the sun. They're going to be the premiers this year. And then the next week they can't score points. And then
they'll-
it just,
Yeah.
I don't know what it
disappointing
is.
against the Panthers.
Yeah,
I think a lot of it comes down to how Reynolds is playing because we saw what he did against the Dogs. Every kick was to the money, every pass, his running game was back.
Yeah.
And then against Panthers, he's just kicking out on the full. His passing wasn't right, a lot of errors.
Yeah, very scrappy.
Even in defense. So I feel like if Reynolds is on,
They're on.
they're all on because we know what Haas is going to give you every week and Carrigan. And then obviously Ben Hunt and Reynolds have to like lift that connection. Otherwise, Ezra's playing Cup this week.
Ezra's back this week.
He's
in
eligible
Cup.
to play NRL whenever he's ready.
Do you reckon they'll slot him back in pretty soon? What do you reckon?
Depends how they go. Like, I don't think Ben Hunt's probably played his best footy as like a second string sort of 5'8".
Yeah.
But in saying that, will he make the ultimate replacement at hooker? Not sure. All I know is that their combinations have probably been lacking a bit in attack. And you saw it against Panthers. They probably had 6 consecutive sets on that line and just could not bust them.
Yeah.
Whether that's the Panthers' defense or their combinations, not sure, but
Yeah.
it didn't help. I'm going Rabbitohs in this one. Just
Oh,
based
really?
on,
Why? What do you see?
Like I said-
saw nothing last
like I
week.
said, Trell's back and
Yeah.
Jamie. You could argue that they're 2 of our 3 best players in
Yeah.
terms of form.
Yeah.
And like,
Is Jai good to go? He came off with an injury. Do we know anything?
well, his name, so you'd have to assume he's good to
Okay.
go.
Hopefully he plays because he has been our best player this year, Jai Gray.
Yeah, he has been.
Absolute weapon.
Gee, he goes, he goes good.
if
eh,
we
for
had
his
13
size.
Jai Grays, I would love that as a
Mate,
South
for
fan.
his size, like there was, some,
He's an absolute goer.
against Knights, like there was a few times where like he's gonna get run over and
Yeah.
he just makes a tackle.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I will be going Broncos. They won 4 of the last 6 against us. And
Are
off
you
a loss.
actually a South fan or not?
Well, I am wearing a Raiders jersey.
Like genuinely, like do you actually
Mate,
hate your
I'm
own
a
team?
South fan, but I'm not happy. I think a lot of South fans won't be happy with the way we're going. I know a lot of injuries. It's frustrating, but it's just not. It's not looking pretty.
Yeah.
And I can't tip South until they show me something.
Fair
So Bronx are going to bounce back, and I'm praying it's not 13 plus.
I'm gonna go Bronx as well.
Okay, Raiders, my Raiders up the milk.
Oh yes.
My lovely Raiders.
Yeah.
Second on the ladder, $1.73 versus the Dogs, $2.10. Who are first on the ladder.
Yeah.
Top 2 clash. What more
Game
do you
of the
want?
round.
What more do you want as a rugby
Game
league
of the
fan?
round.
Yep, game
to
of the
see
round.
2 informed teams with great defense, great attack, going head to head.
Can't wait for this one.
Insane. Raiders have won 11 of the last 13 versus Dogs.
Yeah.
That's a big record.
Canberra, like that was a gutsy win against Melbourne.
Yeah, they shouldn't have won
Gutsy
that.
win.
Barring any disciplinary things from Storm, they
Yeah.
should win that.
Yeah.
You know, but
But like just like that KO Weeks try at the end, special.
that was a great try. Even though I missed it, I was
Like-
I was in the bathroom because we were going to leave.
Mate, we left after the field goal
Yeah,
and
because
then
it started pissing down.
started pissing down and then we had to watch it on the screen. But
Yeah, I chucked the piss and I hear you guys going off. I ran out. Like, what happened? You're like, you missed the best try. And we
dude,
ran back in
that
and
was
we
a
watched
big
the extra
miss.
time.
like he looked literally Pappy in the eyes and said, I'm gonna chip and
Yeah.
chase you.
It's good to see Weeks turning his form around.
He's going good,
'Cause he had
Weeks.
some Barry Crockers early in the
did.
year.
He did.
But he's finally just turning it on.
Yeah.
And yeah, Raiders, they look good. But so do Dogs.
Yeah. Birdo back.
Burden comes back. Their attack looked a bit clunky, even though they scored 30 on the Titans, but just still didn't look great.
Yeah.
Birdo's a big inclusion. They lose Presto, though, 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Mate, that's
Big loss.
And that's already on top of like losing Satilli and Curran. And the fact that Raiders have such a big pack, it's going to, I
probably
think,
need them.
probably need them for this clash. I'm not discrediting the Dogs, but I just think Raiders are too good at home at
Yeah.
GIO. So I'm going to tip the Raiders in this one, but gee, it's going to be a good game.
It's still a really close game, but I will be going Raiders. Up the milk, got the Raiders jersey on.
Yep.
At home as well.
I'm on the milk train as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog fans travel, but I don't think they'll be traveling to Canberra's in the cold.
Nah.
So, yeah, it's an awkward place to play, and they're an awkward team. So, all going Raiders. Dragons, 205 versus Warriors, $1.77. Up the wires. They're incredible.
They keep doing it.
After seeing that game round
keep
one in
doing it.
Vegas,
Yeah.
I thought they were done, like bottom 4. We all did, and they've just turned it around.
No,
And they've won 4 of their last. Oh, Dragons actually won 4 of their 6 against Warriors.
This
in
game could
recent
go.
history.
This is another one that could go either way. Like this, I wasn't sure who to tip here. Dragons. I don't know what to make of the Dragons.
Probably should beat Tigers there.
Like that Sewer try or no
Yeah.
try.
That was a big turning point because that was a 12-point swing,
It's a
right?
12-point swing.
That's a guaranteed try, and then they go in the break with a few tries down. So
They did.
you know?
They did well to mount a bit of a comeback.
yeah, they were solid.
Like it was close in the end.
King Tonga looks good as their 7.
Yeah.
Had a few good moments. Actually showed, a bit of ability. So I
Yeah.
was impressed with him.
Ilias scored a double in Cup, I believe.
Did he?
So he's probably knocking
That just
on the
shows
door.
you the level difference between Cup and
Like,
NRL.
Flano, is he under pressure? Don't know.
Don't know, eh?
I don't know.
It's hard when your dad's the coach. I know it's brutal, but like, is he gonna drop his son and recall Ilias? Don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we'll see how this week goes. But does anyone see Dragons winning?
I've actually tipped the Dragons.
You've tipped the Drags.
Yeah, tipped the Drags only because it's at home. Is it Win Stadium?
Yes, I believe so.
Win
Or
Stadium.
Strata, one of them.
I know that was
That win, yeah.
We say that they don't travel, but they, that was probably a home game for him at Magic
Yeah.
Round. This is going to be a tough game.
I've wrote down Dragons, but I'm having cold feet.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I'm gonna go Warriors because
Oh, no.
Metcalf's in good form.
Yeah,
Loving Halasima.
yeah.
Just like Dallon's back, he'll score a couple
Yeah,
this
got a
weekend.
a few good
I think I'll
players
go
come
Waz.
back.
I think I'm gonna go Waz.
Yeah, I'm going to go Wise in this one. Shout out to Harris Tavita, who's absolutely killing it for him. Like
Yeah,
at
he
5'8".
is.
Like I had my doubts at the start of the year when they picked him, and it
Over
was
Tamari,
like
yeah.
over Tamari, especially was so strong. But man, he's drawn up that left edge so well, and like he does a lot in like the within the 20 as well, just like forced dropouts and just always active.
Good defensively as well. Like
Yeah.
makes a lot of tackles.
Yeah, he's a gun. And then obviously Aaron Clark's doing Aaron Clark things and just pushing for like a lock of
he's
the
probably
year contention.
He's probably been the best signing of the year.
I think value for money.
Yeah, value for money.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's just what's he on? Like maybe 400k.
Who knows?
He's playing unreal.
Yeah,
like
he's-
covering the load from
he's been
Tohu
good.
and Walker.
Yeah.
Or
But
Tamale value for money. Ooh.
Tamale's been
Oh,
good.
Tamale.
Yeah.
He's my favourite player.
And then obviously Metcalf at 7's doing wonders.
Yeah, he's doing good.
Yeah, great player.
But
Yeah, was.
Yeah,
Dragons.
I'll go
mate.
Waz.
Dragons.
All right, we're on to your Cowboys, Jimmy. 235 versus Penrith Panthers, $1.60. Cowboys won 4 of the last 6 against Panthers. So you got the wood over them recently.
To have the wood over
You
him.
beat them this year as well.
We did beat them
Early
early
in
in
the
the
year.
year. It's a weird one because, probably a few weeks ago you think, maybe like Cows will probably win. But then you watch Panthers last week, then you saw it. They back.
Sort of depends on what Panthers are going to show up.
Yeah, if Panthers show up, I don't know, it'll be a close game. But yeah, I think Cotter suspended will be tough. Obviously, McIntyre, Mick Early, first game of the year for him.
Finally, happy's
Mate.
back.
Every time Cows post a team list, the comments are, "Where is Mick Early?"
Is that still happening?
still happening this year?
Oh, really?
Still happening this year. So it's good to see him back in the side.
But Brian Tottle's back.
Total back for Penrith.
Scary.
And Kenny as well. Like they're
yeah.
two big inclusions.
I don't know. Did you say you lose Cotter?
Cotter's out.
That's a big loss as well.
It is a big loss.
I'm going to go Panthers. I think after what I saw, I'm going to stick with they can beat anyone on their day.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping it's their day again.
Yeah. I think a shining light it's in Townsville, which
Yep.
is good. Back home for us. But yeah, we've just got to, those sort of defensive lapses. If we start well, we've got a good record against them. I think we'll be there.
Yeah.
I think Panthers probably just win.
It'll be a close game.
Just based on the fact of what they did to Brisbane, like if they play like that again, no team can beat them.
Yeah, and imagine that plus Tottle coming back, one of the best wingers in the comp. It
That helps.
It just makes you a bit more confident.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cowboys can cause an upset.
Mate, we've been playing well. It's not like we're out of form.
No.
Yeah.
Like if you won that game, like you would have been what,
Well,
4 in a row, 5 in a row? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next game, Storm $1.20, Tigers 5.10. Is there any value in that at 5.10 for the Tigers, who haven't been that bad? They've been pretty good this year.
I know that they haven't been bad, but I'm worried for them this week.
Yep. I mean, they conceded almost 30 to Dragons,
Like,
right?
Belly,
yeah.
watching that presser, and Bellier going off.
I haven't checked team list yet. Did Steph and Leo get
They got
named?
named.
Okay.
They're there. They're safe.
They copped the biggest spray from
But
Bellyache.
mate, I don't know if they're safe from training this week.
No, they're in big trouble at training.
Like,
Yeah.
I would hate to be them too this week, but
Like, that would be Bellyache's biggest pet hate. Like, little disciplinary things like that,
cost them the game.
especially with the ball. That's Steph gave away too. Yeah, very rough. You'd hate to be them. We saw Steph partying in the valley straight after that.
Yeah, we did see a few of
Yeah,
the Melbourne boys,
so,
which is good.
You know, obviously having a few drinks to forget about that game.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm scared for the Tigers. this
Yeah,
week.
I think Storm should win. They've won 7 in a row against Tigers. And back at home after a big loss, they're going to be absolutely drilled at training. They should bounce back in good fashion.
Yep. I don't see a result other than Storm, especially at Amy.
Yeah.
I do want to say they don't look great without Harry Grant. I think it shows.
It's definitely shown.
Yeah, it shows how much he matters to that side.
Yeah.
Like everyone thinks like Hughes runs it, Munster, but I feel like Grant is their most
I'd love
important.
to see Wishy at 9.
Did they try that yet?
Like, I just want him to start there. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know if that will fix it, but yeah, Harry Grant, hopefully he's
Yeah.
back soon for them.
Yeah, it just feels like, for Storm, one thing that I noticed is like, it's almost like so Hughes controls the right, Munster controls the left, but they don't play with each other.
They
It's
don't
all-
link that much, do they?
No, so it's almost like every time Munster gets a call, it's like, all right, let me set up my left edge. And it's never like, oh, Hughes comes around.
It's
or
mad when
Munster.
they do link with like Hughes, Munster, Grant, and Pappy.
Yeah.
They
Mate,
do
when
like
they do that,
they do the outside inside sort of stuff, like
Yeah,
the
it's
old
good
big
stuff.
three used to do.
Yeah.
So
Good
yeah,
stuff.
more of that. Come on, Storm.
yeah, go the Storm.
All right, last game of the round. Another tough one. Manly $1.68, Sharks $2.20. Sharks have won 5 of their last 6 against Manly.
Yeah, Manly at
Manly
home.
off the bye.
like a
Turbo,
Manly.
yeah.
Sharks, I'm not convinced with the Sharks.
I'm not convinced, but Nico's playing better.
He's
I
been in
think
good
Nico's
form.
playing better.
Been in good form.
Trindle been missing a bit. He can kick a 40-20. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But I want to see more from Tricky, and I want to see more from Hines and Tricky in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because we say it every now and then, they're not great at closing games, are they? Like, they'll be up by like 2 tries, and they just somehow find a way to nearly lose it and just do enough.
Even against the Eels, like, they always looked like they were going to win, but it just wasn't
you
a
weren't
convincing win. It
convinced.
just
You
was
weren't
like, oh,
convinced.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, you weren't convinced. No. Yeah, Manly fresh off a bye, 4 points, Sunday Arvo. Hopefully no rain about.
I just don't like tipping Manly. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah?
I've been let down too much. And the fact you guys are tipping Manly, I'm happy to take the Sharks upset here.
Yep, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm on Seagulls. So just Sharks, like I said, just
Yeah.
not convincing.
And Manly
enough.
just beat Penrith as well. So.
Yeah. But off the bye, will that stop momentum or will it be good for the injuries
Already
like
been
Turbo?
Maybe it's good for the injury.
Fresh.
Definitely
That'll be
good
fresh.
for
Fresh
Turbo's injury.
Turbo. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Gnocchi, boys? Do we have to send her to the paddock?
She's done.
What'd she get last week?
I don't actually know, but it wasn't over 3.
That's bad.
Are you kidding?
She tipped some absolute shockers. Do you want me to read out a tips from last
Yeah,
week?
go
no,
on.
This is a
Alright,
stinker.
so last week, someone do a tally. Okay?
Okay,
Eels,
No.
Dolphins,
No.
Knights.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, 1. Cowboys,
No.
Tigers.
Yes.
That's 2. Dogs. That's 3.
Yeah.
Broncos,
No.
Raiders. So you got 4. She
A fair
passed. She got a pass mark.
I reckon
Do we give her one more
Wait, what
week?
did we get though?
I think I got 2.
You got 2.
I think, you want me to read your tips? I did Sharks, that's 1. Dolphins, Rabbitohs, Cowboys. I did Tigers. Titans. I did Titans, bloody hell. Upset of the week when
That's
being
bad.
Broncos, Raiders. I got 3. She beat me.
Well, then she's safe then.
Okay.
She's safe.
So 1 more week.
Like,
If
you got
not-
3.
Yeah, it was a bad
If
it was
not,
a
we're
tragic round for
We're
me.
sending her to the shed.
Yeah, she's gone to the paddock, Gnocchi.
Yeah, honestly.
What is actually doing with
What's
her?
going on?
She needs to lift. It's
Ne-
getting
so
to her
maybe we
head.
need to change something.
Well, 1 week I put pajamas on her. I thought that would have helped. She was in a onesie.
You
But
think-
she got 2. And then
You think
last
pajamas are going
Like
to
she
make
needs
it
a gear change.
And
Like
that's what I
horses.
thought, like a gear change. You'll give her like pajamas. Maybe
Put some
she's a bit
blinkers on
cold.
her or something.
And then last week I did the same color balloons.
Put a hat on her. I don't
Do you reckon
know.
a hat?
Do anything.
Like those Chucky ones, like the
Yeah.
Chucky doll, like it's running at you.
Like do a costume. I don't know. Do anything.
I'll have to change something. Like we're gonna have to try shit because Gnocchi's fucked.
No, she's done.
Gnocchi's cast.
She's cast. All right, listener questions this week. First one, Andrew Sintras. Who is the GOAT fullback and why? Who is it, boys?
The greatest fullback of all time.
GOAT fullback. Is it
Billy Slater?
Have to be, right?
Loved watching him as a kid. Absolute
Slater.
freak of nature. Billy the Kid.
GI? Is he in the question?
GI for South that 2014 year was
Maybe
OP.
like highlights, yeah, but not.
Yeah. Who else is there?
Greatest fullback of all time. How far are we going back? NRL era?
Like Clive Churchill. Like, okay, I'm not going to say GOAT, but like consistently does it, like James Tedesco.
Yeah.
Just in
Yeah,
terms of like
Teddy's-
what
And
he's won. He's won
in
comp,
his
State of
prime
Origins.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, in his
Captain
prime
Australia,
years,
Captain the Blues, Captain Roosters, won comps. He'd be in the discussion.
But Slater's prime years were like almost his whole career. So
Yeah. Slater was,
it's
probably-
close to Slater.
I'd say Slater's probably the GOAT of the NRL era in fullbacks.
Yeah, I would agree. Next one at Dre_Falanico. If Aaron Clark keeps going at this rate, do you see him as Dally M lock of the year?
Erino is my favourite player to watch at the moment. He gives every single bit of
goes
his
good.
energy, every run, every tackle.
Yeah.
Like, I know we say, like, oh, he's giving it his all, but this guy is actually,
does.
he's not even that big. Like, he's probably weighs like near 100 kilos, but he's not big in height, and he just fucking gives
I
everything.
reckon at the moment, for me, he's probably the signing of the year for the Wars.
Value for money,
Like
I'd say definitely.
losing Tohu, losing D-Walks, like he's just
He's
been
stepped
such
up,
a good replacement.
Someone
for
had to fill those minutes and that
Oh,
work rate,
man,
and he's
he's
done
so
that.
good.
And Titans will be absolutely kicking themselves if they let him go.
mate.
Because,
they
yeah,
would be.
he's an absolute beast.
He's such a gun.
But do you reckon, do you see him Dally M lock of the year?
Well, at the moment, he's leading it. I'd say 100%. He's been unreal.
Next one, James Andrew. Which athlete would you want on the pod?
Any athlete doesn't have to be an NRL player.
Any athlete you want. Who'd have the best yarns?
Any athlete.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind like a LeBron James, just to hear anything from him.
LeBron James.
Just an absolute freak, like just someone random, you know?
Nah, he'd be shit.
Do you reckon?
LeBron James.
Yeah.
Just someone like he'd be fucking massive, just
What about
sitting there.
MJ, Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan would be sick as well.
Yeah.
Like, would you have like a Tiger Woods or something? I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
Tiger Woods have some yarns.
Tiger Woods, he's done a few things in his
Or
life.
would you want like a big partier, like that's an athlete?
Like a Johnny Manziel. Mad.
Oh Jesus, yeah,
He-
maybe.
He'd be good.
Would you want like a Tom Brady, or is that too boring?
No, he'd be okay.
He'd be all right.
He'd be all right.
Good chat.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Like trying
Trying
of
to
these-
think like UFC fighters, boxers,
Soccer players?
soccer players, like Messi would be cool.
Bro, he can't speak English.
Bro, I would have to learn fucking, I don't know, Spanish or whatever the guy speaks.
Bro, you're about to mess the well, welcome to the pod. He'd be like, "Okay, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. There's
It's a tough one.
It's a toff one.
Next one, Spinoz 9. After 9 rounds, which teams do you reckon are genuine premiership contenders?
Well, I still think it's Storm's comp to lose. I think they've had everything go their way this year with not losing anyone, getting Steph. Panthers lost heaps of players. A lot
Yeah.
of clubs lost players, but they just seem to want to lose these games where the absolute like
just scrappy.
shoe-ins to win.
They're just scrappy.
They're a scrappy team, but it sort of helps them come finals because they've had all these scrappy games.
Yeah.
So I'd say Storm, say Broncos probably.
Raiders, you got to say Raiders.
You have to say right, and you have to say Dogs with their
yeah,
defense at the
Raiders,
moment.
Dogs.
And I wouldn't leave out Panthers because on their day,
Brisbane? You leaving out
anything can
Brisbane?
happen.
He said
no,
Brisbane.
I said
Oh, you said
Brisbane.
Brisbane,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
And then there's like second tier teams like Manly, Sharks, who they need to prove to everyone that they can.
Yeah.
Be that.
So your
genuine
top
contender.
3 in order H, if you had to.
Storm, Brizzy, Dogs probably
Okay.
at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then obviously Panthers they make the 8, then that will just shift.
Yeah.
You know, because their only danger is not playing finals. Then that, but if they make finals, mate, beware.
Last one for this week, not even a question, but Hainsey says, age, run it straight.
Mate, I absolutely.
Would you run it straight to Hainsey?
I drilled him that many times at Magic Round, like just blindsided him.
Yeah.
And he's a solid unit.
He's a big boy.
I couldn't actually get my arms around him. I tried to put a shot on it, nearly knocked me backwards. But
Yeah. I did
in
jump on
saying
him.
that,
I
Hainsey,
jumped on him a couple of times.
yeah, we stacked on him a few times. But I would run it straight at Hainsey. But I need like the pads like Leon, the guy did when I like smashed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll run Hainsey with some pads on.
Yeah. And that's it for this week. How
Beautiful.
good.
Done. Thanks for everyone also for coming up and saying hi at Magic Round.
Yeah.
Love the support. A lot of people saying good shit. Like, you know, love the pod. Listen every week. Love your videos.
Grateful for the support.
Jimmy, mate, you get recognised every single time and they look at me and Mick and walk away. They don't give a fuck.
It's tough. It's
They
tough.
don't care.
It is.
It's tough.
It's
But
tough, you know.
No, it's-
You are the only Asian NRL content creator in the
could be
game.
it.
So I
could
don't
be
blame
it.
him for recognizing you, but I'm a big cut.
No, they show a lot of love, which is
No,
good.
it is good.
Great for the
Yeah.
support. Yeah.
Rarely anything negative is said, except your tips are shit.
No, they give us a spray.
Yeah, or your
But
stats are shit.
It's warranted.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll
all
cop
good.
it.
Happens.
Play on.
Yeah, play on. But yeah, we do appreciate it, and have a great week, everyone. Good luck.
See you on the
with all
stream
your
on
tips.
Saturday, eh?
Yeah, we'll see you then. All right, that's all
See
from
you
me.
guys.
Bye.